working. What's going on? It's like crazy. There's a bunch of people in here already. It's insane. You can see here a little bit. Do I have audio? Audio? Cindy, you want to go upstairs and make sure there's audio? Can you guys hear me? Can you just go check, please? Can you guys hear me? Do I have audio? Check, check, check. Audio. Yes? Okay. Somebody said yeah. We're good. I'm shaking, everybody. Can't believe there's 99 people in here waiting. This is awesome. Hope everybody's doing good. We're not giving away anything today, so hopefully we can answer more questions than anything. It's going good. It's going good. You should have a beer if you're of age. Going tomorrow and Friday. What about you? I'm headed lake trout fishing for 2 or 3 weeks probably. I think I'm just getting my truck and I'm pointing north. I'm going. Just going to fish a bunch of different lakes along the way and hang out and go on some adventures. And yeah, we have open water here. Our open water doesn't start till technically I can't fish, or legally I can't fish for game species until May 5th in my province. I could do stock trout sooner if it works out. Carter says excited for my boat, Clayton. Carter is buying a boat. He's getting a 16-foot Lund with a 30-horse Merc on it, his first boat. So he's excited for it. No doubt. Do Barbie Lake? Yeah, Barbie Lake's definitely on the list for sure. You did a great job being Taro's mod this week. Yeah, I love Taro. He's so awesome. Everybody's like, doesn't know. Taro did a live chat the other day, and he had some bots spamming him in there like crazy. So I'm like, just add me as a moderator, and we'll get it figured out. So I caught a 20-pound burbot while watching Clayton Schick. That's impressive. A 20-pound burbot is huge. What's your biggest walleye, Clayton? I love this. Like, there's never. It always gets asked every single question, every single time, all the time, every chat, every Instagram thing, etc. My biggest walleye is 13.5, 6 pounds, 32.5 inches. She was a tank. Hello, Grady. Hope all's well out there. Say hi to your dad for me. I don't have any fish mounted. I'll do some replicas at some point, but I always like letting the biggest ones go so you can catch them again. Look at Tigger. He's gonna go bug Lucy. He's such a mean cat. Look at he's gonna go push Lucy out of his chair. Oh yeah, it smells butt. They're gonna hang out, I guess. Biggest catfish. My biggest catfish actually isn't anything impressive. I think my biggest catfish is probably only like a 30-incher or something. I haven't caught a lot of catfish, to be honest. I need to try to target some cats earlier this year. Hopefully in the springtime or something like that. Oh, I wonder if you can hear that. Lucy's mad. He's growling. I'm heading out to Clearwater and Barbie this weekend. Good thing they're right out my door. That's awesome. Good luck. Good luck to you. I'm good, Grady. How are you doing? Tell us your favorite fishing story. Ask that question again later. We will. I'll come up with a fishing story. I want to answer a few questions first before I get into any stories, but I want to tell a fishing story for sure. Let's see here. What's your favorite toppings on pizza? I do like pepperoni, but I also like, I think if I had to pick one pizza, it'd be like buffalo chicken pizza. Tropical chicken pizza from Pizza Hut. Sorry, Boston Pizza. It's got like chicken with Alfredo sauce and pineapple, but my favorite toppings like the old clutch too, ham and pineapple. Joining in from Norway. That is awesome. Well, hello, Norway. That is awesome. All over from the other continent. Fish pizza would be good. My biggest pike, personal best, is 47 inches for my own through our open water and 46 inches through the ice. But I've guided as big as 51 inch for pike. I've guided 4 fish over 50 inches. Do you like pike fishing? I love pike fishing. I love it. What's the oddest thing you ever pulled through the ice? I don't even pulled anything real. Oh, how about like big rocks? I've caught like big rocks through the ice. That would be probably one of the oddest things I know. Just to be able to bring the rod up, or the rock up itself, right, is not very easy at all. Open water though, I've caught a mud flap that was definitely interesting. Why is there a ravioli can on my thing? There's no ravioli can up here. I don't know. There's a duster. It's a duster can. There's no ravioli can up there. Do you catch any puffer fish? We have caught some puffer fish when I was in Florida. They're so cool because it's like they puff up, right? And then as soon as you let them go, they turn upside down, they're floating, and they realize they're free, and then they just deflate themselves and then take off. What happened to your cat? Lucy left. Tigger took over his chair. He's very pushy. Anna, I bought a shirt, and they keep asking me if I can subscribe to their channel. I'll subscribe to your channel. I'll check it out, but you don't want to ask somebody over and over again. That's not the best way to get subscribers for sure. But I will definitely check out your channel and see what you got going on there. Biggest freshwater fish. Biggest freshwater fish I ever caught was a white sturgeon out of the Fraser River in BC. We were fishing out of Chilliwack. I think it was 82 inches or 87. I don't think I caught 87 inches. It was in that, I can't remember. It was like that medium, mid 80s type of thing. Why is the cat limping? Actually, that cat was limping because it only has 3 legs. It has 3 legs, only has 1 front leg. Does quite well though. How much ice do you have? We have 16 inches. We have anywhere between 2 to 3 feet. What's your favorite fish to catch? Probably lake trout and pike and walleye. They're all mixed into my top 3 for sure. I don't know if I could really pick one over the other, to be honest. Do you like Strike Master or Ion better that you've ran both? Now that I've run both, I do prefer my G2 Ion. It's a little bit slower cutting than the Strike Master, but Carter and I went out the other day, and he has a Strike Master, and he put my 10-inch flighting on it. And the 10-inch Strike Master is a little bit faster than the Ion cutting through, but it's like 10 pounds different. The weight was so amazing. Like even Carter picked up the Strike Master and he's like, holy cow, this thing's so much heavier. And it's already light as it is, right? Like I can't believe like 3 years ago, even more, 4 years ago, I was hauling around an Eskimo Z71 Shark, right? With a 10-inch flighting on it. It was so crazy. So much heavier. So I prefer my Ion right now. I love the G2. It's so light. It's awesome. What flip over shelter do you recommend? Probably it all depends in terms of like size. If you're only ever going to fish one person and that's it, the cabin shelter is really good. If you're going to fish one person with fishing 2 people, sometimes the lodge. And if you're going to fish 2 people a lot of times, I would go to the resort. That's kind of how I would justify in terms of which flip over shelter I would buy. Can you say hello to me? It would make my day. Well, hello, Duck Slayer. Hello. Do you have any tips on catching Lakers on open water? I'm actually going to be putting out a little bit of a series for lake trout fishing here. I have some videos I filmed last year with my buddy Bumper, and I just have to work on it. I actually had a hard drive crash on me, but I've got a series to do on jigging for lake trout, trolling for lake trout, and casting for lake trout. So that is going to be something that'll come out here. I'll probably work on it right before I start my open water season. So this should come out hopefully in that beginning of May-ish period. Preferred depth for big pike this time of year. I love anywhere between that 1 to 10 feet. I rarely ever fish deeper than 10 feet for pike unless I'm on like a really sharp drop off, and maybe I'll have one tip up in like 10, 12, 15 feet type of thing. But most of the time I'm going to have my tip ups in the shallow water. You should try fish taco salad. That's a pretty good idea. I like that. Big thanks from myself and the wife Jasmine Bode for the sweaters. Aw, that's awesome. I remember that, seeing that name for sure. Thank you so much for the purchase. Are you going to do another 39 hours? I wasn't even involved in the first 39 hours or the second 39 hours, but I definitely would fish in one at some point if it works out. Oh, I'll shut my ringer off. I should be taking that call, but not right now. We'll call them back after. Are you undisputed king of the big water underwater strike, big fish underwater strikes? Yeah, I've been very lucky this year to get some amazing underwater strikes for sure. Like it's been it's been crazy. The pike fishing was really good. I have one more pike video coming out yet with Carter. Carter caught a pretty big fish. I'm just not sure when that one is going to be out. I'm taking off to do some lake trout fishing. I'm going to do some editing in my truck as I'm going and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get it out here in a week type of thing. I saw one question there. Is my boat an Alumacraft? My boat is an Alumacraft. It's a 185 competitor, but I'm not affiliated with Alumacraft at all as of now. So I will be looking some other options for sure, whether it's a Lund or a Smoker Craft or something. I'll be probably moving away from my boat next year. This will be my last year with it. Alumacraft didn't want to partner with me, so we're moving on. Hey Clayton, you are competing with Joe Holland fishing live stream. I don't know who that is. Am I winning? Am I losing? No, I'm just kidding. I noticed whenever I notice one of my friends have like a live stream like tarot, I try to keep away from that and stuff like that, right? You don't want to compete against it. So I didn't do it purposely. I don't know who Joe Holland is, so I apologize to him if I am competing with it. He's probably some awesome guy. He's probably got like 10,000 followers in there, so he can spare a few anyway for me. You should do some more lake trout fishing. Lake trout fishing is next on the agenda for Lakers or for ice fishing. Clayton and Tigger versus Aaron and Phoenix. Ooh, I like that, Joey. I like that. He has some of your viewers too. That's all good. It's all good. I'll have to check him out. It's probably a good thing going. Our Dakota lithium battery is worth the investment. I love my Dakota lithium battery. It's so good. Not gonna lie. It's been so good. It just advances or keeps your battery life for your flasher, for multiple days type of thing. Maybe with the Helix 7, you'll get like 1 or 2 days out of it. But like say an Ice 55, you're going to get like 3-4 days out of it. And then I love all my Dakotas just for like having for charging stuff as I'm going. You can battery power on the ice is so good. I saw Corey say I should get a Ranger. I think I'm going still with an aluminum boat. I love my aluminum boat just because I like to fish lots of rocks and I run into rocks all the time. Any advice for Clearwater Lake this time of year, heading up the 20th to the 30th? Honestly, Matthew, I don't have any advice for Clearwater at that time. I hardly fish Clearwater. I think for the most part, if you're going to fish like for 5 days there, I would say give some of your spots like a good amount of time. Like don't jump around like 3-4 spots during one day. Like sometimes you gotta fish in one spot all day. There was areas last year when I was lake trout fishing, and I had 2 marks through the whole day, right? So if you happen to be not there when those big lakers do cruise through, you're gonna miss your opportunity. And I think for the most part, as long as you're set up anywhere near deep water, you don't have to necessarily be in the deep water, but somewhere where there's deep water access is probably a good advice for any time of year. When are you and Jay going to make a video together again? At some point, probably. Honestly, I don't know for sure if we're going to get anything for the ice fishing done. We'll probably focus something on first ice, probably some kind of first ice walleye challenge. I'd like another kick of the cat for the 5 biggest walleyes earlier in the season, where I took a beating last year, where I was winning, then he caught a couple like in the last 2 hours of the day. There's a super chat there. Corey and Mandy's Outdoor Adventures. Hey, bud, will you be doing guided trips this year? If the border opens, we'll have a season. But as of now, the border's not open, so I don't plan on doing any guiding unless the season opens. And I'm obviously hoping it is for sure. So hard to really say at this point. Harley, thank you for the super chat. Looking for some general guidance for late ice as far as depth and structure for pike and walleye. Harley, fish shallower than you would think. Even on camera the other day with the walleye, I was seeing walleye up. We were pike fishing in 5-8 feet of water. You would be surprised. Look for big mud flats in shallow water, close to where you think that their spawn is going to be happening. So something that is, how should I say it, where there's maybe a river channel out in front of that somewhere, but big mud flats this time of year can be really good. Honestly, those walleye and those pike are going to be cruising through those mud flats throughout the day. You can't go wrong with it. And I made a video for you. Well, I'll have to check it out. I'll check it out. Say my name. 2 guys and a game controller. There you go. I just said your name. No giveaway tonight. No giveaways tonight. What's your biggest ice fishing fish? A lake sturgeon was 51 or 52 inches, I believe. I put it on an Instagram chat not too long ago, or on an Instagram story. Drake, thank you for the super chat. Love your work. I need to have a shot for the last couple super chats there. I totally kind of forgot about that. So appreciate that, you guys, for the last couple of super chats. Let's have a shot on you guys. Cheers. Cheers to everybody. Not gonna lie shirts are due, Clay. Yes, not gonna lie shirts are probably the next one for sure. That's good. That's really good. Story time. Okay. Favorite fishing story. I'll tell you what, I don't know. It's hard to really pick my favorite one. I'll give you a fishing story though. Me, Jay, and a buddy, Matty Getzlaff, we took off in Jay's boat, which was, I believe it was a 17-foot Alumacraft competitor with a 60 horse engine on it. Thank you for the super chat, knee camp. I will have a shot for you right away. So we took off in Jay's 17-foot Alumacraft with, like I said, I think a 60 horse Suzuki. And we took off to the Fraser River, which was like about a 24-hour drive, I think, from us here, or from where we were here. And we went for 10 days. And we got a hotel room for 10 days. And all we did, we launched every day at the Veteran River. And then we drove through like this really narrow river channel all the way to the big Fraser River. And then we'd fish sturgeon for 10 days. And it took us a long time to kind of figure it out. Remember, like in the first couple of days, we catch 3 sturgeon a day, 4 sturgeon a day, 5, 6, whatever. In the last 3 days, we caught 75 sturgeon. We caught like 25 plus sturgeon a day. I have the numbers written down on my phone, and I used to know this by heart, but I'm pretty sure we caught like 150 or 175 sturgeon, whatever it was in the 10 days. It was so cool. Biggest was 94 inches, I believe, was Jay's biggest one, or was it Maddie's? I can't remember. They both caught one in the 90s, and I said I only caught one in the 80s. But it was just such a cool thing because we went there in this little tiller boat, went and did our own thing. So it was an experience for sure. I'd love to go back at some point. I don't do a lot of the guided stuff, even though if I was only go there for a day or two, I would totally go on a guided trip, right? If it makes it work. When you go for 10 days, though, it's nice to spend a little bit longer on your own. Chris, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the shout out, Clayton, the other day with my PB Walleye. Made it extra special. Keep up the great work. Well, congratulations, Chris, to your fish. I always like to follow your stuff there when you do catch, a nice fish. It's awesome. So, congratulations on I think you said it was your PB, right? So that's pretty awesome, dude. It's just the start of many, I'm sure. So let's have a shot. Let's have a shot for your walleye there, Chris. Shot for PB walleyes. I'm hoping to do some walleye fishing yet in April. Oh, Lucy. Yeah, that's Lucy. Cheers, Chris. I'm hoping to do some walleye fishing in April yet. It'll all depend whether we're going to have ice or not, type of thing. I might have to wait till May 5th, but I'm looking forward to do some walleye fishing again. I'm more excited to do Laker fishing, though, coming up right away. Who's the greatest angler I've ever fished with? Probably Babe Winkleman was one of the most skilled anglers I fished with. No, most skilled angler I ever fished with was Larry Dahlberg, hands down. But another one would be Babe Winkleman. But Larry Dahlberg is a book of knowledge, and I have never seen somebody cast a bait caster like he can. Like, I'm telling you, he would double my cast. It's just such authority. It's unreal. Larry Dahlberg's definitely the most skilled person I've ever fished with. Yeah, Lucy's going to go beat up Tigger now. This is good. Go get him, you 3-legged cat. Oh, he's crawling in there. Get him, Tigger. Get him, Lucy. Look at this. Did you guys know that you were going to get a cat show here? Yeah, you're coming. Thought you're coming to a Clayton Schick live chat. Nope. Cats. Can you make another Lake Winnipeg video? I will make a Lake Winnipeg video at some point, just getting over there. I was okay with like trying to get just a little bit on the border, like closer, like even up north, Athapap and those places. It's not too far, but Winnipeg's like 4 hours in the border. So at some point I will for sure. Sam, thanks for the Carter signed hat. Thanks also for the great fishing content. Sam, I'm glad you got that hat. Love a shot on you. Sam won a hat in a recent giveaway there, and the joke was that Carter was going to sign it, and he signed it on the bottom of the brim. So Sam, I'm glad you got that hat. Cheers to you. Cat's names is Lucy and Tigger. Oh boy, Hey, Clayton, I just broke off a giant fish on Cold Lake. Might have been a burbot, probably your Laker. Help me feel better, please. Play the way I'm filming for Zach the fisherman. Justin, here's what I'm going to do to make you feel better. It's not going to be the last fish you lose, unfortunately. It's going to happen. Learn from your mistakes. Breaking off the fish is like the worst feeling ever. I don't mind losing fish and spitting the hook, but breaking off is like the worst feeling ever. But it'll just take time. It'll take time. It'll be okay. Carla Champagne, I went to school with her. That's cool. Catching jumbo perch in Oak Lake, Manitoba. Any suggestions? Carla, I think the only suggestion I could give to you would be go to Uncut Angling and search Oak Lake perch. And Aaron's got a video from there. You've probably seen it, I'm sure, at some point, but he will give you some advice for sure. Drill around until you find a lot of like freshwater shrimp that come up the hole, and then use those freshwater shrimp for bait. Do not just leave those little shrimpies on the ice. Use them for bait. Have you ever fished the Assiniboia River? I have, but only like really close at the dam at Lake of the Prairies for the most part. Hey, Clayton, do you have any insider info about the new Humminbird Live? I know nothing. Zilch, little, nothing. I'm just hoping that I get my hands on one when it's first available in Canada so I can make videos with it and be one of the first ones to like do videos with it and get some views from it and all that, right? And really talk about it and what it's all about. But I'm just hoping that I get one when it first comes out. That's all I can hope. Abby Miller, would you or have you ever fished for gar? I have caught some gar when we were fishing in Florida, but maybe one or two in the canals. That was it. So we weren't targeting them. I know that Jay and I have always talked about going to Texas and fishing for the big alligator gar in the Trinity River, I believe it's called, because one of our clients actually has a ranch like right near it. So that's definitely on our list at some point. Dason, when's the new merch coming out? Have you seen the jig and the minnow and the ain't chartreuse ain't no use? Hopefully the next merch will be probably not gonna lie. I've had one person say, I thought one cool would be like not gonna lie with my like hands like holding it up like this in the air, or even like this for like how big the fish is or something like that. So I will talk with Jason, the guy that makes my logos here, at some point. We'll try to get some Not Gonna Lie merch for the start of April, I think will be the goal, hopefully. Anybody that has ordered stuff in Teespring like that, if you want to give me your input, what you think of it, feel free to send me a message on Facebook or Instagram or stuff like that so I can see or hear the responses and see if it's any good, right? Because I haven't heard any complaints, which is good. Jaden, howdy Clayton, hello to you. I hope all is well, buddy. Hope all is well. Hey, Clayton, do you use the cottage, cabin, lodge, or resort? I use the cottage is, which one's the cottage? Cabin, lodge, resort. I don't use the cottage. I don't think they make the cottage anymore. I could be wrong. I use the lodge and the resort for the most part, pretty much. I use the Monster Lodge as well for camping, but for flipovers, I use just the lodge right now. Got a couple super chats there. Thank you both. Where'd the other one go? Saw one. Ethan, thank you very much. That must be the one I saw. Ethan. I think I'm missing one. If I am missing one, I apologize. Thank you so much for the super chat. We're dialed. Yeah, we're dialed would be good merch too. That would be. We're dialed. Dialed. I love that. Invite. Come fish Lakers in Colorado at Twin Lakes with me. Stay at the inn across the street. That would be pretty cool. I'd love to fish Colorado one day. Do you have a snowmobile? Joey, I do have a snowmobile. I have a 600 RMK that I've got kind of tricked out for fishing backcountry and stuff like that. I'm hoping to get, I have an inside tip on a 900 Ace Expedition for next year that one of my friends' dad is going to be selling. So I'm hoping to possibly be in that one next year. That would be a perfect sled for me. Clayton, random question. Do you watch or have seen Letterkenny? I have seen it. It's a show that I've always wanted to watch more of. I know I could sit down and binge watch them for sure. I have seen it. I think they're hilarious. I just haven't spent a lot of time watching it, but I do think it's hilarious. Can I get a shot for the $1 I sent you? Okay. Ethan, you can have a shot. Please remember, if anybody is drinking along with the stream, please be responsible. Make sure you're of age, and don't drive home if for some reason you're not enjoying this in your living room. I know that was like the weirdest thing to say, but don't drink and drive, and please be of age. Cheers. Oh boy. Oh boy. I would say go fishing at Bronson Lake, but the road is a mess right now. Yeah, how are the roads in northern Saskatchewan? Really worried about that. If only one camera to start with, what is your favorite? If I could only have one camera, it would be the Aqua Vu HD 7i Pro. If I could only have one, that would be the camera that I would be picking. Fishing OD. Crazy to see how much you've blown up since we met. Would love to see you do some musky content, preferably Montreal. Fishing OD is Jay's intern from 2 years ago. I met him up at Wollaston. He did some work with Jay, and I'm pretty sure when he met me, he's like, "Who's Clayton Schick? Never heard of this guy." And he has some really good content. He's like Jay, like heavy on like the film and the awesome productions and everything like that. He does a great job with it. Fishing OD. Go click on his name, give him a follow. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's from Montreal. That's why he wants me to come there. There is going to be some musky content this year, as long as the borders are open and I can get out to Lake of the Woods, something like that. It'll be after the guiding season, if I have a guiding season, and if I don't have a guiding season, it'll be sometime in July, hopefully. Who do you watch to get tips? Nobody in particular. You pick up the odd tip here and there, right? Like I always pick up something from Aaron. I pick up something from Jay. I pick up something from Tom Boley lots, right? Like you pick up little tips from everybody. I always tell everybody, like, there's not one angler you should like be like and copy. You should pick a few tips up from like a bunch of different people, and then just, you never know. I got a tip from a buddy the other day, and I'm not going to give away any secrets because this is going to be something I'm going to do in a video soon. But he told me about combining 2 different lures together, and it's awesome for lake trout. And I'm going to do something like that. So I'm not going to give anything away now. I'm going to save it for the next video, or a video coming out in the future. You're the best, Cindy. Yes, Jason, she is the best. I saw that she's making some snacks and cookies for me to take. You get any uncuts new lures on the low? You get any uncuts new lures on the low? I don't know if there's any lures coming out right now. I am looking forward to playing with a new tantrum, though. I appreciate the kind words. Hopefully my time comes. I remember you had 9,000 subs. Yeah, I think I had 9,000 subs when you were there for sure. I gained a lot this winter, so it was good. The last couple of years, winter's been very good in that sense. Hopefully we can blow things up in the summer a bit too. Would be nice for sure. Clayton, any thoughts reliving this past New Year's live with Cindy on July 4th? Hey, that would be good. Yeah. If I'm around, we'll do a July 4th live chat. Yeah, for sure. We'll get Cindy to make some pudding shots, jello shots. Yeah. Even though July 1st is Canada Day, a lot of my followers are from the States. So yeah, July 4th, I like that. That'd be a good one. Would be a good one. Zach, wow. Thank you for the huge super chat. That is insane. That is insane. Let's have a shot on you, Zach. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Anybody that sends super chat, just so you guys know what the money goes towards. It goes towards more fishing gear, goes towards usually camera gear. I'm due for some new GoPros and some batteries and that kind of stuff, and just gear to make more videos. So thank you so much. Cheers to you, Zach. I really appreciate it. What's better, underwater camera or flasher? If you could only have one, it'd have to be a flasher. If you weren't going to fish only, say, in like 10 feet and under all the time, then I'd have a camera. But if you're going to fish lots and different depths and different areas, then you maybe don't know the depths and all that, need to learn information, you definitely would want a flasher before a camera. Now, it's kind of funny. I packed all my flasher right now for lake trout fishing. I haven't touched my flasher for like a month because I've been like focusing straight on pike. I shouldn't say that. I've been using my flasher with my GPS and on my mapping. I just haven't been using like the transducer much, right? So I'm looking forward to do some more flasher camera videos again with the lake trout, but I'm hoping to do some underwater as well, but mix it up a little bit. Camera, flasher, I would definitely pick a flasher first. Hey, Clay, what's your biggest Laker? My biggest Laker through the ice is 43.5 inches, and my biggest Laker open water is 48 inches. Hey, Clay, love the videos. Keep it up. What part of Manitoba you're from? Actually, Brooke, I'm from Saskatchewan. I'm from the right on the border, almost in between Saskatchewan and Manitoba. I guess it's more in Saskatchewan, but I'm from like the Yorkton, Melville area, Langeberg, Churchbridge, and that kind of little circle in there. Flasher brand, I prefer my Helix out of anything right now. The Helix, the 7, it would be my go-to. I'm hoping to move to like a 10 next year for a little bit, just for like better filming purposes. But if I could only choose like one flasher for lake or for ice fishing, to be the Helix 7. Been able to have the GPS function along with the flasher unit itself, and then maybe I want to use my graph screen instead of the flasher mode. It's awesome. It's awesome. How to troll for Lakers without downriggers? Calvin, that's a great question. And I'm going to talk about this rig a little bit in one of the videos that I'm going to be making in the spring. But I prefer a 3-way swivel setup over downriggers any day. And that's because if you want to catch the biggest of the big lake trout, you need to be pounding the bottom. If you're in 80 feet of water and you're trolling at 40 feet with your downriggers, you are not going to catch the biggest lake trout in that lake. If you want to catch the biggest lake trout in that lake, you're going to have to be near the bottom. And with the 3-way swivel rig, you can like put your boat in neutral, let your weights drop back down, and then start trolling again. It'll come up, neutral, let your boat drop, or let your weights drop, put it in gear, go forward. You got to be near the bottom. I guarantee you, if you want to catch the biggest Lakers in lake, I'm not saying you're not going to catch big lake trout with a downrigger, but you want to catch the biggest lake trouts in that lake, the biggest lake trout in the lake, a 3-way swivel rig is easily the best way to go. Remember, anything I say on Clay Check Outdoors is an opinion. It's not a fact. It's always an opinion. Hey, Clayton, I'm looking to buy an open water walleye bobber setup, rod, reel, line. What would you recommend? The biggest thing I could say for a bobber setup, for like a slip bobber setup, is something like a medium action, something that's got a lot of bend. We'll go super easy, a lot of bend before you hit that backbone. And I say that because when the bobber first goes down, when you start reeling, you don't want that fish to feel anything. So you want to load your tip before you end up setting that rod on the bobber. So like a medium action rod, and then I like a little bit longer rods for slip bobbers, like a 7.6, even a 7.1 would be good. But 7.1 medium light action, or medium light rod with 7.1 or a 7.6 medium light medium with a medium action. I know I bobble my words here and there. It could be some of the alcohol, it could be just me talking, but a medium action rod is the most important for sure. Again, it's all opinion and what I found that works for me. We got 2 super chats here. I'm gonna read them both and have a shot on you guys. Great content. Love living vicariously through your giant fish videos. Underwater views are awesome. Thank you so much, Steve. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Anthony, you are great inspiration. Thank you for all the videos and valuable information. Anthony and Steve, you both are very welcome. I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out. More than anything, the super chats are a bonus, but just hanging out, and the streams at 360 people, 117 likes. Thank you guys so much. I can't thank you guys all enough for all the views on the videos and the likes and the comments and everything. That's always the best. So appreciate it. Cheers to you all. If you could be sponsored by any electronic brand, why would it be Garmin? Stu, to be honest with you, I really love my Humminbird setup. Something I didn't do any videos with last year was the Mega 360. We're going to do some videos with that. And they have the best auto charting out there, in my opinion, and the best side imaging. And side imaging, mark my word, is an unbelievable feature that not enough people use. And I'm going to use a lot of that stuff this spring for walleyes. It's unbelievable. It's the best out there. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that the Mega Live is going to be as good or better than Live Scope. If it's as good as the Live Scope, great, because the Live Scope is a great unit. It's awesome to watch it. Like, I've used it a little bit with Aaron, and it's awesome. So honestly, if I can only pick one one electronic brand to work with, it would be Humminbird at this point. And I'm not just saying that because I'm working with them. You know, like I said, if I could pick one boat person to be working with right now, it would be a Lumacraft, even though I'm not working with them or they don't want to work with me this year. So am I going to look at other options? Of course I am. And I'll be super happy. And with a Lund, the Pro Guides are unreal. And there's a bunch of other boats in the Lund category that I like, but you find something else. But in the electronic case right now, I'm super happy that I'm still working with Humminbird. Have you ever fished Mirande Lake? I have not. I have not. How about the border and how it affects guiding? It's huge. If we have no border, our lodge has no season. Plain and simple. Can you please answer my question on Instagram DM? LK Outdoors. I'll look for it. I will. I've fallen so far behind on message requests on Instagram. I've almost given up. It's ridiculous, like ridiculous. So I will look for it though. I will. Smurfy71, Grady, what camera or cameras do you use to make videos? I use a Canon XA40, which is my main camera. And then I use 3 different GoPros. I think I have 2 5s and a 7. And then I also use a Canon G7X Mark II for like my intros and any like shots I got to do close up and all that stuff. Those are the 3 types of cameras that I use. Have you ever used an atomic teaser for brook trout? I have not, Knee Camp. I have not. I am honest with you, I don't even know what an atomic teaser is. And that's why I love fishing so much, because I'm learning something. I'm probably going to go Google atomic teaser later and try to figure out what that is. Say my dog's name, please. Booter. He watches your channel with me. Booter. Come here, Booter. 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 Booter, where are you? Booter. I hope your puppy saw that. Clayton, you follow me on Instagram. Got to look at my newest post on giant walleye. I will look for your newest post of a giant walleye. It sounds like you must have caught a monster. That's awesome. Congratulations. Hey, Clayton, do you have any tips for brook trout? I'm going fishing for them. Where did that question go? I'm going soon. I lost the question. It's gone. I did. I heard a tips. Maybe the question was something about tips for brook trout, and I can't find it now. I believe mostly for this time of the year for brook trout, you're probably going to start fishing near shallow water. Reeds, look for that transition from like hard to soft bottom. So go where the reeds are, find some rock, drill out for that until the rock ends, and that's a little bit of your transition right there. Got 2 super chats right here. I will try to answer them both here real quick. Have you ever fished Minnesota waters, not named Lake of the Woods? If so, how did it go? Reg, I've never fished Minnesota besides Lake of the Woods. Oh, no, Rainy Rivers in the Minnesota waters, right? Jay and I did a trip there in 2012, I want to say. 2012, we did a trip down there for sturgeon, and we caught a bunch of lake sturgeon. It was an awesome trip, and we did a big loop around, and we went and fished smallmouth bass at Kenora. So it was good. We didn't fish walleye, though. I don't think the season was open yet because there was no boats yet. Or I don't know, maybe at that point the season wasn't open or whatever. But yes, I did fish it at one point. It was good. It was definitely a successful trip. Have you ever sight fished for trout? Crazy fun. I have, Aaron. If you go to my channel, you'll see, I want to say 2 videos for sure for tiger trout fishing, sight fishing through a hole. It's awesome. I will say this. If you want to catch the biggest, Tobin Lake Guide Services, have a good night. Have to go. Corey, thank you so much. Cheers to you. Hope the border's open for us, my friend. Anyway, back to what I was going to say. If you want to catch the biggest fish in the lake, you don't want to sight fish for them. I'm convinced that when you sight fish, those fish are smart enough and they know what's going on. So if you want to catch the biggest fish in that lake, don't put a sight fishing hole. Now, everybody's going to probably stop sight fishing, but honestly, if you want to catch the biggest fish in the lake, don't use a sight fishing hole. Is it a fun way to fish? Heck yeah. Am I going to do it again? Heck yeah. But if you want to catch the biggest fish in the lake, don't fish a sight hole. Hey, Clayton, what's your favorite ice fishing lure for rainbows? Next rainbow video. Ryan, I don't know when my next rainbow video is going to be, only because I know I'm going chasing lake trout. I'm looking for a giant. I'm looking for the biggest of the bigs. I'm looking for a 45+ inch lake trout. Hopefully, a guy can dream, right? But so I don't know when my next rainbow trout video is going to be. I will try to work on something at some point, though. I really will. Can Can you give my fiance Brittany a shout out? She loves your video intros. Well, hello, Brittany. I imagine you're a very lucky person to be engaged to this Hebert. And I'm glad you like my intro. I always laugh inside and sometimes outside whenever I do my intro about how cheesy it is and how fun it is at the same time. So congratulations to you guys on the upcoming marriage. Hey Clay, you and Jay are my favorite YouTubers. What's your biggest walleye? I can never go without answering this question. It's crazy. What did you catch it on? And thanks, Clay. Stay safe. My biggest walleye ever is 32.5 inches, 13.56 pounds. And what did I catch it on? I think it was a 1/4 ounce. No, it was a quarter ounce PK Lures spoon. And I can't remember. I remember the color exactly. I just don't remember the name of the color. It wasn't Fire Tiger, but it was like that. I don't remember the name of it. But that's what my biggest walleye was ever caught. My biggest one. I remember that morning. It was actually the third fish over 10 pounds I caught. And I'll never forget the whole morning. I hooked I think it was like a 10.5 and 11.5, whatever it was. I remember setting the hook on this next fish and looking over at Kelly, and I said, Kelly, I said, this isn't a 10-pounder. And yeah, it ended up being a 13.56 pounder. So yeah, we'll hide you because, well, I can. You can, whatever, you can. Where'd you get there? Let's find you. There we go. You're gone. Add moderator? No, I think we'll just hide you on the channel. You're not wrong. I don't have a small bum, but hey, still don't really like it anyway. You're kind of spamming the chat, so see ya. Have you ever used jumbo jelly tube jig for Lakers? No, I haven't. I have not. Or use that. I'd like to. You're getting a bit giggly, my friend. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a bit giggly. We're hanging out, right? We're having fun. That's the one nice thing about this without the giveaways is I got to try to answer more questions. And again, I apologize to anybody that I haven't got to. I apologize. I try to answer as many as I can for sure. Hey, Clayton, how does a newbie learn proper fish handling techniques? Clint, you want to know how you learn when you're new? You just have to do it. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to drop fish. You're going to have to fish out of the water too long. You're going to rip hooks out aggressively and damage them. But you can't learn unless you do it. So I have no problem with people that are learning and they keep fish out too long or they drop a fish. It happens. I think for the most part, it's like as long as you're consciously aware of it, that's all that really matters. It's all that really matters, honestly. So hats off to you for like that you want to learn and you realize that. It's just time. Honestly, it's just time. That's all it is. Experience, time with it. Good job, mods. Yeah, get those mods. Where's my mods going here? Carter, where are you? Cindy, where are you? I gotta make you a mod. There's another Clayton Schick Outdoors here. I think he came on Taro's channel too at one point, and he was like saying stuff too. That's not me, you guys. You can see I'm not typing. That's the wrong Clayton Schick Outdoors. There's where's the sauce. Get better at anything, you have to suck. Yes, exactly. That's the best answer right there. To get better at anything, you have to suck at it first. You have to. You have to fail before you can succeed. It's always the way it is. Always the way. Sorry, I'm just trying to. If anybody was like, I felt so bad for Taro in his chat the other day. He was like, "Oh, crit. I think I just hit somebody I didn't mean to. Oh no. How can I change that? Where is it? Chris. It just said Chris Braun was deleted by Clayton Schick Outdoors. Unhide. Okay, there we go. you, Chris. I'm so sorry. I just did Taro's worst nightmare. So Taro was like had all these bots in his channels, which I'm having right now, right? Like it happens. It happens happens to us, right? Taro had all these bots in his channel and was like so worried about like deleting the wrong person or whatever, or making him a moderator or anything like that. So I just did the same thing. I clicked on it and went to go like delete it, and all of a sudden there we go. Was like I just deleted Chris Braun, who's an awesome person. So I found it and was able to add you back in there. So I apologize for that. How many chicken noodle packs have you had for lunch while ice fishing? Okay, I got to make a confession about the chicken noodle packs. So I was fishing with Aaron Weed from Uncut Angling. Do you guys know who he is? Ever heard of Uncut Angling? Probably 3 or 4 years ago. And we pulled over for lunch, and he's like, I'm going to make you some homemade chicken noodle soup. I'm like, yes, homemade chicken noodle soup on the boat? Like, heck yeah, I'm in. So anyway, sorry, I got to hide another guy here. I got to get my mods on it. Where's the sauce, you guys? You on this guy? It's chicken noodle soup in a package. And Aaron's like, yeah, I'm making you homemade chicken noodle soup. Okay, so now all the time I like joke around, where I was like, every time I make it, I'm like, homemade chicken noodle soup, right? Because it's kind of an inside joke. So for the most part, it's a joke, but it's still obviously like it's really good soup. Honestly, I've probably only had about, I'd say 10, 15 packs of it on the ice, but it is a great midday snack lunch. Like getting something warm in you is amazing, right? It's amazing. I'm getting Taro's spot right now. If anybody knows, like that follows live chats, once in a while you get like you get bots that come through here, and that's just how it is, right? Like we're deleting it as fast as we can, but I apologize for the bots. Nothing we can do about it. Just everybody keep chatting. It's annoying, I understand, but hey, don't worry about it. Let's just chat and hang out. The best is if I can have people take care of it, which I'll get some more moderators here in the future, then I can just focus on just Joey. You know what, Joey? I'm going to make you a moderator, okay, buddy? I'm going to add you a moderator, Joey. If you can take care of some of the bots in there that spam there, I'd appreciate it, my friend. Joey is, if anybody hasn't watched the video, go watch it after this live chat. We did a tournament with him at Dason. I'll add Dason too. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll add Dason too. Here we go. Dason, add moderator. Hopefully, Dason. Okay. Where was I? Joey fished with Carter and I in the Next Generation tournament in Lake of the Prairies. There's a video of it, and we finished second. It was an awesome day. Joey, you're such an awesome kid. I can't wait to fish with you again. When I get out to Kenora, I'm going to come visit you. So I got a bunch of moderators in there. Yeah, Joey, there. I'll have to figure it out. Honestly, when the thing comes up, you just click. There's 3 buttons there, or 3 dots. You just click on the dots, and it'll come report, put user in timeout, and on hide user. Just go hide user from the chat, and they'll be gone. That's all you got to do with those the bots. Just hide them. We got a bunch of mods in here. We'll take care of it. I'm going to focus on the questions because that's what we're here for. I think I missed a super chat. Hey, Clayton, what is your... I'm there. We got it. Last time I missed a super chat, one of my last videos, and I felt so bad because I got a question afterwards, like, how come you missed my super chat? And I apologize if I ever do. Ty, hey, Clayton, what is your biggest northern pike, and what did you catch it on? My biggest northern pike, my personal best northern pike, my own, is a 47-incher, and it comes off of a Savage Gear 4-play 10-inch, which they don't make anymore. It also, believe it or not, caught one of my clients, or my biggest fish, my client's biggest fish ever, a 51 by, you know what, I didn't girth that fish. It was giant, huge, huge, huge. I should actually do a video on that fish because I've retired that lure, or not. I should do a video on that lure because I have since retired it, but it is an awesome bait. Awesome bait. Winner. When is the next live chat? Probably in about 2 or 3 weeks from now, I believe. Should be at some point, I believe. Let's see. You need more noodle cups. Yeah, Mr. Noodle cups are good, but they're not that any of that stuff is good for you, but they're probably even worse for you in that sense. But I just love the old chicken noodle soup. I found it so easy to dump two bottles of water in there. It's package of soup done. But the little Mr. Noodle cups and stuff like that are so good though. You get big muskie. The biggest muskie I ever caught is 47 inches. I would like to try to do some muskie fishing this year and just go learn. My biggest thing about fishing is I love to learn new stuff. And I think if I could go out there on my own and just try to learn, try to figure stuff out, that would be a very enjoyable time for me. Hi, Clay. Hi, Dominic. Hi. Hi. We got some hard bots in here today. Like hard bots. This is crazy, hey? More like, at least we got people taking them out. Thank you to everybody that is taking those people out. Have you ever fished Lake Champlain? And do you ever fish from shore? Big fan here. Love the Laker videos. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm going to have a drink on you, my friend. Cheers. I've never fished Lake Champlain. I do like shore fishing, though, actually, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to make some shore videos this spring for sure. And what was the last question? And love the Laker videos. Well, thank you. More Laker videos through the ice coming yet this year. I'm going to be crushing out the Lake Trout videos yet this year. That's like what's coming next on my channel. Although I do have a big Pike video coming with Carter yet. I just don't know when I'm going to get it edited, but that is also coming out. I don't know if I'm going to have Lake Trout videos first and then Carter's video, but Carter caught a big lake or a big Pike here in a video at some point. So cheers to you. I'd take a big sip because my voice is getting. I've been talking a lot. There's two questions I wanted to see there. Three questions actually. Hey Clayton, my auntie used to babysit you. Got any tips for shore out of the South Sass River? Rhett, who's your auntie? Like the only person ever used to babysit me was Rhonda. I'm curious about that, Rhett. Because obviously it could be true, but that's pretty cool. Shore walleye out of the South Sass River. I honestly don't, but a slider rig probably is one of your best bets for sure. Hey, Clayton, what do you figure the walleye are up to right now? Think they're getting into their spawn yet or not? Chris, the walleye aren't getting into their spawn yet, but they're starting to think about it. They'll be staging for it. So go to areas where you think those walleyes could possibly spawn, come their spawn time, and start fishing around those areas. I've missed so many questions, and I really apologize. I'm trying to keep up. Hey, bud, just bought a boat. What would you recommend for a fish finder? Well, see there, honestly, you need to match it more to your boat than anything. But if I could put if I just got a brand new boat and I've never had a unit before, I would look at a Helix 10 with side imaging, down imaging, and GPS. Excuse me. Why would I go that big? Because you're only going to have one unit, and the side imaging is nice to be able to have on one screen or one half of it, and you're mapping on the other, or side imaging in 2D. But a Helix 10 G3 or G4. I think they have a G4 now. A Helix 10 G4N fully side imaging, down imaging would be like the one I would put on. And that's what I'm putting on Carter's boat. He just got a 16-foot Lund. He's going to be buying one here right away. It's actually going to be a G2, but same thing. It's just because I have it. But it's the best. It's the Mega. It's has full GPS functions. It's the Mega side imaging, down imaging, and stuff like that. So that's what I'm starting him on, and that's what I would recommend people to learn on for sure. Shout out to Megan McDougall for catching her BB Pike of 43 3/4 last weekend at Round Lake in Qu'Appelle Valley. Well, congratulations to you, Megan. Brandon. Oh, Brandon and Megan. Those are that's the wedding we're going to. I saw that photo, Brandon. Was that photo in the Melville Advance? Cheers to you guys. That is awesome. Colton, we're having a shot on you right now. That is awesome. The photo right now that Megan or that Brandon is showing out, I'm pretty sure Cindy just sent that to me on the Melville Advance, that the picture was in there. That's awesome. Congratulations to you guys. Oh, and Colton, am I pronouncing your name right? Colton, Thank you very much. What boat did Carter get? He got a 16 or foot, or he's getting a 16, I think it's 16.2, a Lund Fury with a 30 horse Merc power trim. And yeah, he's excited. What fish do you love eating, Clayton? I think there was another question there. What type fish tastes the best? You cannot beat cold, freshwater northern pike. Honestly, it'll be the best fish you have. It's better than walleye, hands down. Pike out of warm water in July, where I'm from, no good. But pike in the winter and pike in the spring or in the fall, best eating fish, 100%. I probably can't find that photo. I would like to find that photo of that fish. If Cindy's watching this, which she probably is, Cindy, when you come down later and say goodbye and stuff like that, bring that photo of that fish that was in the Melville Advance. I want to show it off. That's awesome. Thank you for the super chat, you guys both. Sorry, my brother is super rude right now. Hey, it's all good. With catch and cook. Yeah, Chris, I'm not going to lie. The catch and cook, oh, it's good. And I always bug Jay. I'm like, I don't want to say that it's so good because you're my buddy, but it's really good. It's really good. I saw something else there I wanted to answer. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Ever get fish ever get any fish mounts? No. I'll do a replica at some point. When I have like a nice area to put them in, I think I would do like a replica of my biggest lake trout and my biggest pike and my biggest walleye, something like that. But I would do replicas before actual skin mounts. They just last longer. And if you get them done with the right person, which I don't know who that is yet, even I'm going to find it though, replicas are the way to go, 100%. It's amazing. Did walleye cheeks with it the other day. Oh, walleye cheeks in the catch and cook would be good. I commented a while ago, fish story short. Fish story short. Green to ice fishing. Fish trophy brown lake for this area. Oregon. I found a brown trout on a lake I fished in summer, 2 feet east, 12-pound test, ran line, awesome, lost. That is the best. That is the best super chat ever. I love it. I can figure out what you're saying. Sounds like you caught a big fish in the summer and no, you fished a lake that you fished in the summer, but there was 2 feet of ice and with 12-pound test line and it ran and then you lost it. That sucks that you lost it, but that's an awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat. Cheers. I'm sorry you lost your fish. Go after him though. Go after him. Clayton, do you ever fish Lynn Thompson spoons for pike? No. I don't, and why I don't, because I fully believe that there are better baits out there these days than a Len Thompson spoon. Will a Len Thompson spoon work? Of course it will. But you can get a fish to eat anything when it's hungry. It's getting a fish to eat when it's not hungry or in a negative mood. That's the difference. So will they work? Yes, they will. But there's so many better baits, in my opinion, than a Len Thompson spoon. Will a Len Thompson spoon right now for like lake trout and stuff like that? Yeah, because it's got the proper action on it. But fishing like a Len Thompson spoon in 2 feet of water, you can't let it flutter down enough. You found that picture, didn't you?
Yeah, I sent it to your phone.
Oh.
Your phone, right?
Okay. Well, I did, but I can't see it. I want to see if I get that show up. There's Megan's. Come on. There's Megan's 43 and 3/4 inch fish. It was the Melville Advance.
Back it up maybe.
And didn't he have a CSO toucan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a CSO toucan.
Can you back it up a tad maybe?
Maybe. That's so awesome though. Congratulations. That's so cool. That's a big fish. Okay, now save that photo and we're really going to look at the backgrounds later where they were. Just kidding.
Send it to Carter. He's there right now.
Carter's at Round Lake right now. Carter, go find that spot. Dude, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm really kidding about that.
I'm just a little biased. Grady asked your favorite lake to fish.
My favorite lake to fish is, honestly, it's been Lake of the Prairies this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Grady, he'll take you.
It's been Lake of the Prairies, honestly. CSO, big fan of all your videos. Try my best to bring what I learned from you across the border to Montana. Any tips for fishing big reservoir lakes like Fort Peck Reservoir? Miles, I don't have a lot of experience with lake trout on reservoir lakes, but I think for the most part, I think just look for structure that's close to deep water. I believe in my mind that's like some of the best you can find for lake trout. and it shouldn't be any difference for that reservoir lake. Fort Peck is a huge lake. It's giant. I looked on a map and I'm like, wow, so cool. Excuse me. So structure close to deep water. Clay, favorite species, the fish, season, tackle, and why? Clint, that is a really well-rounded question. My favorite species to fish is lake trout. Open water or ice fishing, it doesn't really matter in that sense of like the season. My favorite fish to fish for is the lake trout. And why? Because they're so aggressive at times, or they can be really tough to catch too. But I think why I love to catch more than anything is they fight harder than anything I've ever fought in terms of freshwater. Even sturgeon, lake trout fight hardest than anything. What was the end of that question now? I apologize. And why? Okay, and tackle, I already said why. I said favorite fish, season, doesn't really matter to me. Tackle. I don't mind catching big lake trout if trolling for them, but I'd rather not troll if I can either cast, jig, and then troll. If I could, casting is my number one priority for lake trout. If I can sight fish them, amazing. If I can't, I'll jig for them. If I can't, I'll troll for them. That's my three in that order. Not just because casting is like usually a lot of visual stuff. It's so interactive. Jigging, you're so interactive. Trolling, your rod spends time in a rod holder. It's not interactive. Usually the guy driving the boat is the guy doing most of the work. So that's my order for it. All season angler, you haven't said jig in a minute or etc. in this video, but you have now. Cheers. Dude, that was good. I gotta take a shot for that. Etc. Cindy and I have to go to the grocery store yet to get some last minute items for my next lake trout trip. And you guys have sent me to the grocery store, probably more giggly than I should be. You're such an inspiration to me. Wish you the best. Thank you very much. Cheers to you both. I learned a lot about crappies. I know nothing about crappie fishing. Like, I know this much about crappie fishing. Zero. Hopefully in the future, I'll do some more crappie fishing. Hunter, hey man, summer lake trout question. Deep holes or on a shelf surrounded by deep water? Hunter, first off, congratulations on your awesome lake trout this winter. I would honestly say deep holes is probably your best in midsummer, but be very careful because even though people think lake trout can't suffer from barotrauma issues, you can have barotrauma issues with lake trout caught in like 80, usually at around 80 feet or deeper, that don't burp on their way up. So be very cautious of that. But I would say deeper holes are probably your best. At the same time, trolling structure close to deep water, it could take a lot of time, but eventually those lake trout will come up to feed. So hopefully that helps a little bit. But again, congratulations to your big lake trout this year. Carla, it's Blair. Carla has the email account under her name. Okay, sorry about that, Blair. I apologize. Blair, just make another account and then you could subscribe twice, right? No, I'm kidding. It's all about the views, not the subscribers, in my opinion. How do you know when it's time not to go out on the ice? When you can't walk out there anymore and it's unsafe at the, usually ice fishing, for the most part, it usually gets unsafe around close to the shore first. If you can get past that first 10 feet, you're going to be fine further out on the ice. It's that first 10 feet that's always the issue. So later in the year, you might have to walk out, to be honest with you. But that first 10 feet, if you get past that first 10 feet in the ice, that's where you're going to be fine. The middle of the lake, you're going to be fine. Obviously, please, I'm not held accountable for anybody that gets past that first 10 feet and then falls out in a spring. But the other day on the ice, we're ice fishing here, and the shore's over here. And a truck flies by us this way, literally 10 feet from my truck. And later he comes back and talks to me because he actually ran over my tip-up flag, not the tip-up itself, but just a flag. And he's like, apologizing. He's like, there was a bunch of springs over there, and I didn't want to go slow. Don't drive near the shore. The shore is what's going to get you in problems, especially the reservoir lakes that have a bunch of water running down right now. It's going to melt near the shore first. Out in the middle of the lake, you're fine. It's that first 10 feet in the shore that's going to be the issue. Late ice is sketchy, honestly. Be safe. You should treat late ice no different than first ice. First ice, you take your time with a spud bar and you spud your way out. Honestly, late ice should be no different. Spud bar, ice picks, and floating suits. Late ice, honestly. Once you get out in the middle of the lake, for the most part, you're usually fine, but that first 10 feet can be sketchy, so be super careful. Hey, Clayton, me and my friend are going for Lakers tomorrow. Any tips for ice out Lakers? Shallow would be probably my biggest tip, but unfortunately, Lakers this time of year can be anywhere. Lakers are really, in the summertime, they have to be in like certain water temperatures. And for the most part, they're going to be deeper because that's the colder water. But right now, all the water under the ice is the same temperature. They could be anywhere. They could be at 2 feet of water. They could be at 10 feet of water. They could be at 30 feet of water. Heck, they could still be at 150 water. All that water under the ice is all the same temperature. It's all uniform. Lake trout fishing this time of year can be very, very tough. It's all about finding mostly their travel routes. So in terms of like good structure that's really steep for the most part, or areas that you think that Lakers are traveling, high percentage areas. Big mud flats can be super tough this time of year because they're super spread out, whereas earlier in the year, you can sit out there and wait for days and days on end, and maybe you'll get a big Laker come through, but for the most part, I highly believe in structure. Where's my mods? Let's go. Where's my mods? I got to take care of this guy here. That's okay. I will, though. I love this. Oh, no. I just saw him. Oh, no. Carter took care of it for me, and I just unhit him, but now I hit him again. The power of the mouse. Candace, thank you for all the advice this ice season. Caught my first ever and only walleye on a chartreuse grub. If it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. Awesome. Congratulations to you, Candace. Cheers to you. I'm going to have a drink of this because I've been drinking this pretty much with a nipple, and I haven't been really drinking it that much. Carter, you are hidden? No. No, you're not hidden, Carter. You're good. You're good. You're good, Carter. Jeez, Clayton, I could hardly go to the bathroom. Where's the sauce? I do appreciate you modding this and hanging out. We have 365 people in here. We're going for an hour. Normally I do an hour. I'm going to stretch it for another 20 minutes yet just because I love all you guys and I wish I could do more of these live chats. And in the future we probably will, but this is just awesome. We want to see more Manitoba Arctic Char video. You don't want to see more Arctic Char video. You just want to see me go suffer like Aaron did in that video. Whew. At some point, though. At some point. Hey, Clay, would love to see a video of you fishing Elgon Reservoir. I don't know where that is. Elgon Reservoir. I'll have to search that. Oh, here's the power. I'm gonna search I'm gonna take a picture of it. Elgon Reservoir. Where'd that go? I'm so bad. I'll just have to watch this later. Elgon Reservoir. I can't find the question anymore. Russ B, super chat. Love your channel. Always look forward to your videos. If the border doesn't open, would you be up for guiding some Saskatchewan boys? Russ, unfortunately, for me to guide on a lake, I have to have a license. That being said, my buddy Lane Mayer, has a license, Mountain Man Outdoors, and that would be your best bet for sure is to go through him. Would I be able to guide you? I honestly can't say. At this point. It'd be so tough because I'm going to be making videos for the most part. Would I like to? Yes, I would. Uh-oh. Here's a little trick I learned. If you take your bottle, take it upside down, and you wring it out, you can get every last drop out of there. Okay. Anyways. Cheers. That was overkill, I know. I think I had another super chat there too. Mountain Man Outdoors, Russ, is your best bet to be guided by some of the best guys in that area. Another shot. Cold, I just did another shot. In fact, I'm out. I'm out. And I also got a little bit of a mess here too. Don't tell Cindy. Your wife needs to lose weight badly. No, my wife doesn't. I need to. I'm the one that needs to lose. You know what? If you're going to be a bot spammer, at least get your facts straight, right? Come on, dude. You're weak. That was like the weakest bot thing I ever. Like, have you seen my wife? She's freaking hot. She's not my wife either. She's my girlfriend. I would be lucky enough if she be my wife. Anyways. Drink up. Bots. Yes, Joey. Lots of bots. Okay, let's get back to some questions. 365 people. People are losing. I'm losing people. Everybody's losing. Everybody's out of here. Well, thanks for another great chat, live chat, Clayton. Got to get some sleep. Cheers to you, Chris. Thanks for hanging out. I'm only out here for another 10 minutes anyway, and we got to get going. Hey, Clayton, I've been struggling to catch some perch through the ice lately. Have any tips? Lots of holes. Drill pile of holes. And honestly, drill until you get to like some like freshwater shrimp that come out of the hole. And that's where the perch are going to be. They're going to be putting on their feed bag right now before they're pre-spawn or before they're spawn. They're in their pre-spawn mode right now. Honestly, if you can find a fish right now this time of year, this is when they're feeding. They're putting on the weight for their spawn right now. They're worried about consuming as much as they can right now. Shallow, muddy flats. Shallow, muddy flats. Mark my words. Tigger, are you okay? Oh, he's cleaning Lucy. And I thought you guys didn't like each other. Huh. He sneezed and now he's cleaning Lucy. Look at that. Look at that. They do like each other. That's amazing. Should I get a 30 or a 40 for a 16-foot? Where'd you go? Aluminum, and what kind of motor? Well, you know what? So Carter just recently bought a 16-foot boat. He had options of buying a 30 horse or a 40 horse. A 30 horse was rated between 23 to 27 miles an hour, and the 40 horse was rated between 28 and 30 miles an hour. Honestly, for a 16-foot boat, you're more than likely going to be fine with a 30 horse engine. We run up north on the Lumarines, we run 25 horse engines, and unless you load it like with like 3 guys and a pile of gear, it does 20 to 25 miles an hour. If you pile a bunch of gear in there, yeah, no problem. No doubt it's going to run super heavy. But if you get the right boat, 16 feet, sorry, I've got a bunch of like bots in here like crazy. Honestly, you're the best. You're better off with a 30 horse engine, unless it's going to not cost you a lot of pile of money to upgrade. Carter's boat was like an extra $2,700 to upgrade from a 30 to a 40, so we went with the 30 option, and not because a money factor. It was because it didn't feel like the boat was going to gain a lot of extra out of that 30 to a 40. Anyways, she had like 40 Jello shots for New Year's. She's like, yeah, did you guys see her, Cindy, at New Year's? She pounded back the Jello shots. It was insane. Insane. Have you ever fished the Dakotas? I have not fished the Dakotas. At some point, though, for sure. Any tips for walleye in deep and clear lake with a lot of weeds? Fish close to your weed lines for sure. And for the most part, natural colors. If it's like a clear lake, you're going to want to fish your silvers, your golds, and your browns. Anything more natural looking. As soon as you start to get to your chartreuse and your orange and your clown colors, anything that's super bright, if it's clear water, the fish are going to see that something's not right. Even like really like white or glow, stick more to your natural colors in super clear water. I haven't fished Lake of the Woods much. Very, very little. I'm hoping to fish some more Lake of the Woods in the future, though. Have you ever fished a Fox River one? No, I have not. Did you ever go after channel cats? A couple times, and most of it was like Aaron's bachelor party, Jay's bachelor party, maybe. No, we were ice fishing then. I fished another time. I fished channel or the cats for channel cats. Very, very little. Do you know Sobe? I've met Sobe once. That was at Jay's wedding, I believe. I met Sobe. Sobe's a great dude. He's like, honestly, Sobe is exactly who you see on his videos. That's Sobe. He's super, like, the first time I met him, he was just like, hey, Clayton, how are you? I love your videos. You're awesome. Sobe, what you see on his videos, it's actually Sobe. It honestly is. It's Sobe. He's not pretending. He's nobody else. That's Sobe. 100%. He's actually a really good person. So anyways, yes, I have met Sobe. And I know him to a certain extent. We talk very, very little. I'm going to go 5 more minutes here, and then I'm out of here. Largest pike to date, my personal best, 47 inches open water, 46 inches through the ice, guided as big as 51 inches. Have you ever fished Wisconsin walleye or Wisconsin for walleye before? No, I haven't. Big pike tips. This time of year, fish really shallow. Biggest bass, bud. 8.5 largemouth bass in Falcon Lake, Texas, or Texas, the Texas-Mexico border, an 8.5 pound bass. I'm starting to slur, right? Have you ever tried fishing smiley blades trolling for bottom bouncers? I have one time. Bottom bouncing fishing, Lindy rigging is the most boring way you can fish, period. Will I do it if I have to? Yes, but it's so boring. Sounds like you need an orange juice. I do need an orange juice. I like the foam squares, but thinking about a shelter floor. Thoughts? Scott, excuse me. If you can go on a trip and you can take like your truck out and you can put a nice shelter floor, 100%. It's all about how much gear can you take. Would a floor be awesome? For sure. But it's probably the last thing on my list. But if you're going to be out there for 4, 5, 6 days, a floor, 100% would be the way to go. 100%. Build it ahead of time in your garage, in your shop, fit it to your shelter, drive out with a truck, even with a sled. If you're going to be out there for an extended period of time, a shore filter would be great. We need a 39 hours ice fishing series. We do. Uh-oh. You brought me water. It's that bad, hey?
No, I just feel like you're struggling a bit. Oh, look at you.
So Cindy brought me water. Well, that's obviously my... I'm going to end it. Coming out for 2 minutes. Well, if I'm having water, obviously I'm drunk.
No.
Oh, my throat is bad?
Well, you said your throat was bad, so
my
I brought
throat
you
is
water.
bad. Yeah, okay. Cindy brought me water.
Are you...
Like Nathan says, Cindy is funny.
Do you want a drink?
No. Do I need a drink?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to how much you drank.
How are my cookies going?
I have made you 24 cookies, and I've made you protein balls.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Cindy's made me protein balls to take on my next fishing trip. So that is awesome. I'm leaving, what, tomorrow?
No, in a few hours.
I'm leaving in a few hours.
He is leaving in 7 hours. The alarm is going in 7 hours.
Yeah, and I'm leaving for Lake Trout for 2 weeks.
You told me 3.
Maybe 3. I'm leaving for 2 or 3 weeks to go fish Lake Trout, and I'm going to go edit it in my truck. I'm going to do whatever I can. Look at that. Propose. Somebody says propose. Get that girl a ring. Girl lady is awesome. Oh, you didn't drink gelada?
No.
Sure.
Can it?
Yeah.
Does it have your cooties on it?
I spilled here.
I saw.
You saw?
Look at your Carter just deleting messages.
I know. The bots have been crazy.
Thanks,
eh?
Carter.
The bots have been crazy today. We have to try this out.
They're probably tarot.
No,
but Taro, he doesn't know how.
Taro wouldn't know how to do the bots.
How.
We were watching Taro's chat the other day. We all felt bad. And it was like, we were actually like watching his chat during supper, which I felt so bad. We're eating like a family supper.
Fish.
We're eating
McKenna's
freshwater
fish.
pike. Yeah, McKenna's fish. And I felt so bad, but it was like Taro. I love Taro. He's amazing.
Full-time job.
Yeah. Thank you for recommendations on the Helix 10. The boat is bought. It's a Ranger VX AT. Awesome. Congratulations. Good for you.
Somebody did.
Good for you.
Somebody did comment if you were gonna buy a boat or like a boat for like whoever, what would you recommend? That was kind of a good question.
It's all depends on how much experience you have with a boat. Like Carter right now is honestly, he's starting with a 16-foot with a 30-horse motor. When you're young, you should start with a smaller boat, honestly, and build your way up. Carter's going to have that boat for a year, maybe two type of thing. And then he's going to go on to something else. Boats hold their value for the most part.
I'm still deleting crap.
Yeah. So like start small and work your way up. Carter's still going to fish with me in the Illumicraft when we get the opportunity.
Oh, can I
But
come?
maybe. But when he wants to go out on his own, he can. So start small and work your way up.
I like summer fishing.
You like warm weather. Cindy likes the warmer weather, and I don't blame her. Like ice fishing is cold. It's cold, cold, cold. You can read these better than I can.
Put a ring on her finger before someone else does.
Well, who else is going to? I dare you. You gonna put a ring on your finger? Come on. I dare you.
If
Pretty
somebody
tough.
else does, Carter will leave me.
Yeah. If Cindy marries somebody else, guess what? Carter's moving in with me.
I lose Carter.
Yeah. Okay, gotta go to bed. That Carter's going to bed, so I think
good night,
we gotta
Carter.
go too. Good night, buddy.
Have a good week, buddy.
Yeah, good luck in your work day tomorrow.
Don't worry, I'll deal with the boat tomorrow for you.
Yeah.
All good. You go to work.
Cindy's putting the down payment on for Carter. It's his money, but Cindy's putting the down payment for him. You guys, thank you everybody for hanging out. We've been doing this for an hour and 20 minutes. My eyes are not shut. They're awake.
Your face is like all flushy.
Oh, that's windburn.
We have to go to the grocery store yet.
Oh, this is bad.
I could go.
No, I gotta go.
You're gonna finish the protein bar.
I can't drive anymore. That's for sure. Okay, thanks everybody for hanging out. You guys are the best. Another live chat and probably whenever I get back from lake trout fishing, 2-3 weeks. I don't know. I'm going to sleep in my truck for the next 2 weeks. Like literally sleep in my truck.
I did try doing
That's all I do.
2 ice fishing videos and I failed in both of them. The first one was his fault.
Cindy and I did an ice fishing video. And it went okay. She outfished me.
I even did the intro.
I got back and my GoPros, or one of them at least, was taking pictures instead of video. I wasn't good.
And then we tried doing one on Saturday.
And we fished on Saturday and we only got 3 pike, which is good. But I got other videos to edit and whatnot. So, yeah. Okay, we got to go. Thank you, everybody. Cheers. You guys are the best. Look at you drink that gelada.
You never drink with me.
Bye.